Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I've got two replays for you in the tier 8 premium medium tank, the King Dragon. So this is actually a Chinese medium tank, and just before I get into the video, obviously we'll go through the equipment and the perks that run on the tanks. So for the equipment I've got optics, vert stabs and gun rammer, and on the perks I run the usual born leader, rapid reload, sixth sense, steady aim, camouflage expertise, situational awareness, muffled shot, run and gun, and I haven't got a full perk set up, but if I was going to fill that last slot I would definitely put snapshot in. So the King Dragon then, now most of you will probably know actually, this is available in the Banners of Valor op that is going on at the moment, and you've got just under 2 weeks left on that to obviously earn loads of flags, and obviously in that Banners of Valor op you have loads of tanks up for grabs that you can earn just by completing the challenges on the tab, obtaining the banners and the flags, either in multiplayer or in the special mode that is available to play. And with those flags you can get tanks that are on offer, and this is one of them. So I thought I'd just sort of do two replays just to kind of show off the tank and go over sort of the good bad points of it. Now the good things to point out on this tank is, first of all, the crew XP potential. So if you're in the market looking for a tank that can deliver some nice crew XP bonus, and if you haven't got the cold steel tanks, which obviously are the best ones to have, so they have really the best potential in World War II, this tank is an alternative to go for, because this actually has 130% bonus earn rate on the crew XP. It's actually good at the silver as well. It's actually at 158%, so you can earn some decent silver out of this tank, and you also have good XP earn potential at 115% as well. So this is actually better on all those fronts than most tier 8 premium tanks. So, but the crew XP is the bonus one for me, I think. To be able to earn 130%, which is good for a tier 8. That's definitely a selling point for it. So what else is good about the tank? So I think you've got good alpha on this tank at 390 hit points average per shot. You've got in the concealment on this tank is actually not bad either, considering it's a medium. You've got 324 meters of concealment when you're still. So if you wanted to run a few camo perks potentially on this tank, you could do potentially increase that, make it a little bit more stealthy. You can. You've got 380 meters of view range, which is okay. Penetration values on this tank are okay as well. You've got about 200 millimeters penetration on your standard rounds, with 250 on your heat rounds. You have got 7 degrees gun depression, which is okay. Not great, but not terrible either. You've got 12% fire chance. That is hit or miss. I think on paper it will say 12%. Reality is maybe lying, because I've had a couple of times where I have been set on fire with this tank. You got excellent shell velocity, over 1400 meters per second on the standard rounds, which are APCR rounds, and then you've got heat rounds. So you've got that nice ammo mix there. You've got your excellent shell velocity with the APCR, but then you've got your heat rounds, which don't lose penetration over distance, so that can come in handy for your more sort of heavily armored tanks. You have 2.3 second aim time, which is okay, and you've got good turret armor on this. Turret armor can hold up, so when you're top tier, that does work quite effectively. Bad points on this tank: the accuracy on the move is absolutely awful. It's just under 3 meters accuracy during rotation, which is really bad, and it is noticeable. The dispersion is terrible on this tank. You got 0.36 accuracy standard, which is a bit more on the derpy side. A long reload time of 13 seconds base, or just over 13 seconds base. Obviously I've got that down, but you can notice it. There are times in the game where you can notice the reload really does feel long yeah, particularly when sort of you're top tier, if you're sort of, you know, got quite a runaway game, yeah, you feel it more than ever then. The power to weight feels sluggish, personally. I think, you know, it's pretty average. You know, while this has got a fairly good top speed, you know, getting there can be a bit of a struggle. And the hull armour isn't great, it's quite squishy, and this tank is prone to ammo racks, so do bear that in mind. You know, perhaps maybe ammo stowage in one of your perks might not be a bad idea, because like I say, this tank can be prone to getting ammo racks quite a lot. Particularly when you're playing bottom tier, you know, you get hit by those tank destroyers, I can pretty much guarantee your turret is going to pop. But overall, it's not a bad tank. It's, if I'm honest, it's not one that I would put in my favourites category at all. But I think, you know, with the earning potentials you got on this tank, it's very hard to overlook it. I think, you know, let's say if you want that crew XP, then, you know, and you don't have a tank in your collection which can do really well for good, you know, crew XP potential, then I think this could be one that you may want to get. You know, like I say, particularly for the newer players, while this, you know, Banners of Valor Op is available, you have to make the most of it, because it is actually quite a good event. It's, you know, Wargaming giving away tanks for free pretty much. You don't have to really put much effort in to get these flags. So you know, I think this tank has got to be up there as one of the better picks, I think. But yeah, for me, it's not one that I sort of really get on with. I just find the reload is kind of the killing point, and the power to weight, you know, when it feels quite sluggish, can be a little bit painful. But yeah, it's just that reload that kind of does me a little bit. So, on to the gameplay then. We're actually bottom tier in this game, and we're on Thiepval Ridge, and we've not done too bad a job. We've picked up 1 kill, 1600 damage, and 800, or just over 800 assist. I think that's all in track assist, so, you know, fairly okay. I mean, a good start, really, considering we are bottom tier. We were platooned up with Mass, who was playing the Panther 2. Unfortunately, Mass got took out by one of the other Banner of Valor and Op tanks, which was the SFAC 105, which I have got. I don't know whether I'll get a video out on it, to be fair, while the event is on, just because, yeah, I've got a lot going on at the moment, so you know, a lot of other tanks to play as well. And to be fair, a lot of people have been putting out, you know, reviews out on that tank, so it's kind of been well covered, so to speak, by a lot of other by a lot of other CCs and you know, players alike. So I may do, may not, we'll see. But yeah, I thought, you know, we'd sort of look at some of these tanks, because you know, I've done the Freedom sort of about a week ago. Thought it might be worth sort of putting the King Dragon up, and I'll try and get a few others out as well. You know, I'm going to try and work on the Sentry, because again, that's another tank which I feel is you know, one of the better ones in that Op to feature. So we're getting some shots into some tier 10s. We can see this FE that is sort of using this house as a bit of a shield. I don't really want to push over the ridge on my left here, because I know there's SFACs are still waiting there. There's 3 of them in a platoon. They're all going to be sat up there, and I know as soon as I poke, most of them are going to have their double barrel mechanic aimed in, and pretty much going to take me out. You know, to all 3 on the single shot could probably take me out. So I'm just being patient here, and I'm just kind of seeing how the game plays out. You know, you can see we picked up a little bit more assistance, a little bit more damage where the opportunity arises. Now I'm going to use this rock in front of me. I'm going to try and see if I can just get the gun down to just get some shots into these SFACs that potentially poke up. Again, just waiting for the opportunity. We're down to 3 tanks now, so the game is pretty much all but over. You know, 7v3. We'd have to really screw this up to lose the game. Trying to see if I can squeeze a shot into that SFAC there, but he's just using a Debrek and the terrain to cover him. So not able to get a shot in. I'm thinking of just turning my attention now to this FE, potentially going in, maybe get some shots in. Probably should have done this ages ago, to be fair. I've just sort of kind of dilly-dallied about making a decision and trying to figure out what tank to go for, and realistically I probably should have just started closing in on this FE, because I think by the time I get there, this FE is probably going to get taken out by a friendly team. So yeah, you know, just me dawdling, and you see he takes a big shot there. He's down to a one shot, and by the time I get there, our friendly FE 4005 takes him out. So, and now I'm just going to sort of divert around to the left hand side here and try and get around the hill and see if I can pick up a little bit more damage before the game comes to a close. So 2 SFACs left, they're both in a platoon, we know they're around here, so now it's just all about just seeing if we can potentially get shots in. We're moving around as quick as we can, because say our team is closing in on all angles, so it'd be nice to squeeze a bit of damage in. We get a nice high roll there, and we damage his Armour rack, leave him on 2 hit points. Our friendly TD goes rushing in, but misses his shot, but we do take out the one shot there. Now all that's left is the last remaining SFAC, and I'm just seeing, can we potentially get a shot in? We can take a double barrel hit, to be honest. We, you know, won't matter too much, but we do get a shot in, and we do actually bounce a shot there. So now I'm going to push right over, but then he gets taken out by our friendly SFAC, bringing an end to the first replay. So let's see how we got on. And we come top of the board there. We got 2.8k damage with 2 kills and just over 1,100 assists. You can see the silver and the crew XP made there. I mean, it really is good. I think I did have a crew XP booster on, but that was no silver booster on that. So yeah, it really is a good tank for its earning potential there. As I've already explained, but going to move into the second replay now, and we're on steps, and we're actually top tier in this one, and we're going to move over to the left hand side here. There's one artillery, so we know we've got that guy to kind of be careful of. Well, originally I thought I was going to go left hand side, but I've actually decided to make a play up to the middle. We have got a light tank on our team, but I kind of figured, well, the light tank seems to just either be AFK or just sat back, so I'm going to take this opportunity to get up to the middle here and try and spot the other ridge, because you know, if you spot it well enough, you get, you know, a little bit of assistance there. But it doesn't look like our team are really sort of getting the memo. Decided to try and take a shot at that T34, but unfortunately he was just you know, his lower plate wasn't showing enough for us to penetrate it. Now we're going to have to duck back down. Picked up a tiny bit of assist from our team, and our light tank is quite active now, so I'm going to try and get a shot into this dragon, which I do manage to. Don't get lit either, so yeah, we've got this bush in between us, so that hopefully will keep us unlit. Going to try and, well, we're potentially going to try and aim for the T34. Thought the light tank was actually an enemy light tank. I was going to sort of back off and get some shots in, but it was our friendly light tank, so you know, crisis averted there. See if we can squeeze a shot into the T34. Unfortunately, we only track him in place, but our M46KR does manage to take him out. Now we're going to see if we can get a shot in the Chimera, but unfortunately the reload was just a bit too long for us to be able to squeeze a shot in there. Now we picked up some assistance. We see the light tank is out there. He just sat still, so going to squeeze that shot in. It'd be good to get rid of the light tank, because on steps you can get rid of the vision. That will sort of really help you out on the late game. Squeeze a shot into the IS-3 there, and going to see if we can maybe squeeze another shot in. We've done all right. We've got just over sort of 2,000 combined there. So a good start to the game. There's plenty of damage left. The enemy team are 2 tanks down, but again, still plenty of damage available. Our team seem to be sort of quite nestled into the one-line corner there, so that could be a bit of a concern if the enemy team decide to push down the other flank. But it seems to me like the enemy team, or both teams, are actually going down the same flank, so Could be quite a bit of a brawl here, so keeping that in mind, I'm going to try and close the distance a little bit, see if I can spot some stuff up the back. And we see the enemy artillery, and I'm going to waste no time in getting some shots into the enemy artillery, because if we can get artillery out, then again, that's something else that will make our game a lot easier, because we won't have to worry about artillery aiming at us all the time. It's given us a sliver of a shot, so we're going to oblige and put another shot in. See the light tank is still rushing about. I'd love to take out that light tank, or at least squeeze a shot in. See our friendly light tank is trying to take him out. We tried getting a shot in, unfortunately we missed, and then the light tank crashes, so if we just held on there we could have actually got a shot in. Looks like we should be able to get a shot in there. We do. We leave him on 11 hit points. He is a one shot now, so hopefully with a bit of luck we can take him out, but then our friendly T26C4 does manage to shut him down. And yeah, that basically puts us ahead by 4 tanks now, so game is starting to slide a little bit more in our favour. I was going to poke up there, but I was worried that I was going to get shot from behind, so I decided just to sort of push forwards a bit more, lose my spot, and then hopefully I can come up here and try and get some shots into some side of these heavy tanks. Now, seeing this KB3 here, pop a shot into the side of him. I think this guy might actually be AFK, so doesn't seem to be moving. Looks like he gave up the ghost, so we're just going to poke up there, squeeze another shot in, get back down, wait for our reload to get off, and at this point it's, you know, again, a long wait because the reload is lengthy. We take out that that KB3. There's only 4 tanks left, so we need to try and move quickly if we're able to get any more damage out of this game. See this enemy SFAC there that does take a shot, takes a big shot of artillery. Can we poke in and get the kill shot? We do. We snap that shot in, picking up our 2nd kill of the game. Now we're going to try and see if we can get the kill shot on artillery. He's just aiming at us, but we do squeeze a shot in, picking up our 3rd kill of the game there and ending the 2nd replay. So let's see how we got on. So we came top on the damage board again with just over 3.8k damage, with just over 1200 assistance, with 3 kills, 344,000 silver made. It really is a good earner. Picking up the 1st class medal in that. Unfortunately no ace tankers on this video, just mainly because I was sort of rushing to try and get this out. It's more about explaining the tank, its good and bad points, and you know, just giving anybody that's potentially looking at it a bit of a taste of what it's actually like. So there we go, guys. That is the King Dragon. It is available on the Banners of Valor op. Go and check it out. I'm not quite sure how many flags it is. I think it's probably around the 10,000 mark if I remember rightly, but go and have a look and see what you think. And as always, guys, if you did enjoy the video, please like and subscribe because it does help the channel, and I will catch you next time.
Uh-oh.